It is a common misconception that wealth and material possessions bring happiness and fulfillment. However, for many rich people, this is not the case. Despite having access to all the material comforts and luxuries that money can buy, many wealthy individuals struggle with feelings of loneliness, emptiness, and dissatisfaction. This can be due to a variety of factors, including the pressure to maintain their wealth and status, the lack of meaningful connections and relationships, and the constant comparison to others. Wealth can also bring with it a sense of responsibility and burden, as the rich may feel pressure to use their resources to make a positive impact in the world. Ultimately, the pursuit of wealth and material possessions alone cannot bring lasting happiness and fulfillment. There is evidence to suggest that wealth does not necessarily lead to happiness. In fact, research has shown that beyond a certain point, increased wealth does not significantly improve overall life satisfaction. A study published in the journal Nature found that people with higher incomes do report greater life satisfaction, but only up to a certain point. Once an individual's income reaches a certain level, around $75,000 per year in the United States, further increases in income do not significantly improve life satisfaction. Other studies have also found that wealthy individuals are not necessarily happier than those with less wealth. A survey conducted by the Pew Research Center found that people with higher incomes are no more likely to report being very happy than those with lower incomes. In addition, a study published in the journal Emotion found that people with lower incomes reported greater well-being and happiness than those with higher incomes. It is important to note that these findings do not necessarily mean that wealth is completely unrelated to happiness. There may be other factors at play that contribute to an individual's overall well-being and happiness. However, these findings do suggest that the pursuit of wealth and material possessions alone may not bring lasting happiness and fulfillment. One specific case study that illustrates the idea that wealth does not necessarily bring happiness is the story of Howard Hughes. Hughes was an American business magnate, investor, and philanthropist who was one of the wealthiest people in the world at the time of his death. Despite his immense wealth and success, Hughes struggled with mental health issues and became increasingly reclusive and paranoid as he aged. According to biographies and accounts of those who knew him, Hughes became increasingly isolated and paranoid in his later years, surrounding himself with a small group of trusted individuals and rarely leaving his luxurious residences. He was known to have a fear of germs and would often wear tissue boxes on his feet when walking on the floor, as well as refusing to cut his hair or nails. Hughes' mental health declined to the point where he was unable to make decisions or manage his own affairs, and he died in 1976 at the age of 70. This case highlights the idea that wealth and success do not necessarily lead to happiness and fulfillment. Despite his immense wealth and influence, Hughes struggled with mental health issues and was unable to find happiness in his later years. In conclusion, it is a common misconception that wealth and material possessions bring happiness and fulfillment. However, research has shown that beyond a certain point, increased wealth does not significantly improve overall life satisfaction. Additionally, studies have found that wealthy individuals are not necessarily happier than those with less wealth. The story of Howard Hughes, a wealthy and successful business magnate who struggled with mental health issues and was unable to find happiness in his later years, serves as an example of how wealth and success do not necessarily lead to happiness and fulfillment. It is important to recognize that happiness and fulfillment come from a variety of sources, including meaningful relationships, personal growth, and a sense of purpose, and that the pursuit of wealth and material possessions alone cannot bring lasting happiness.